Shit lighting. Let's see if I can fix it. Does that help? Okay, a little bit. Fuck. Okay, whatever. So basically, I just saw Focus. God damn it. There we go. Okay, so I just saw it, and it was awesome. Um, wow. Okay, I want to say greatest horror movie this year, but I think the only two horror movies that came out this year that would like be like, oh, this one, no, this one, would be Get Out and It. I think those are the only good horror movies that come out this year so far, and oh, so good. Like the best way I could describe it, like if someone asks me, hey, how would you describe it? Like, is it scary? Is it whatever? Of course it's scary. It's a fucking clown. Even if it wasn't a horror movie, it'd be scary. Like fucking the Pee-wee's Big Adventure with the fucking clown. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Anyways, the best way I could describe it, it's basically Goonies, Nightmare on Elm Street, Stranger Things, and The Sandlot, and Hellraiser. Yeah, very weird, very different, like, movies that I'm kind of judging on, but yeah, it scared me. Like, there's scenes where I'm just like, fuck, like, yeah, like I got scared. I didn't do this. I never did that because I like to like watch what's happening and like process it while it's going on. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty much like that, like for quite a bit of the movie. And what I liked about it, it's very funny and realistic. Realistic as in a way like, oh, how would 11 and 12-year-old boys talk? Oh, fuck you. Oh, cock this. Oh, my dick's bigger than yours. That basically that kind of humor between the kids. And that worked perfectly because I was like, holy shit. I felt like I was watching Me and My Friends with the, like that was us when we were like 12, that was captured perfectly. And what I liked was the little subtle things about it being in 1988. Well, yeah, the movie takes place in 1988 because, like, there's a Beetlejuice poster in the background, and there's a scene in the movie where they're walking by a movie theater, and then you see the Nightmare on Elm Street 5, and yeah, you see that. Okay, let's talk about kids, actors. They're really well acted. Like all the kids, they're all believable. There's no, kid where you're like, this guy, fuck out of here. Like, no, they're all good. None of them were like Anakin Skywalker in the Phantom Menace. Pennywise by Bill Skarsgård, very well done. And I like how it's not like you can't judge it to Tim Curry's because, well, you can, obviously you're going to, because they're both Pennywise, but they're very different Pennywises. Like the way I would describe, like, George Romero was a cool Joker for the time. Tim Curry was a cool Pennywise for that time. Heath Ledger was an awesome Joker for this time, and Bill Skarsgård's an amazing Pennywise for this time. And this It movie is way, way better than the original 1990s version. I think it was 1990. Because technically it's a miniseries, but they edited it into a movie. So, yeah, but yeah, I would say this is better than that because it just works better as a movie. It's more, it fleshes out the important stuff. And the only gripe I have with the movie is that the adults, they're all weird. Like, something's off about them. Like, overly greasy. They have a weird color to them. Like, the kids, they look like normal kids, but the adults, they just look dirty. And I just wish the story kind of I wish there was like a little nod as to why they look like that. Like, is that how the kids perceive the adults, or what? I never read the book, so don't be like, well, in the book it says. I didn't read the book. All I did was watch the miniseries, aka movie, whatever. It is a legitimately scary movie. Like, you are gonna get scared. I'm gonna go off track just for a little bit, but when I was a little kid, this even happened in middle school. Every time I watched the movie and I said, oh yeah, that movie was scary. And then I would ask usually girls do this. Some girls do this. And these Chola type girls. They would always be like, oh, nothing scares me. I love scary movies. I laugh at them. They make me laugh because they're so funny. You fucking cunt. That's not true. I know something fucking scares you, but you're just trying to act all big shit. Anyways. what can I be missing? It does leave itself open for the second chapter, which is already officially greenlit. Like I read it right before I was going into the theater. It says, "Oh, chapter 2 confirmed." And I was like, "Oh, that makes sense," because I do know there's a second part where they're all adults and they got to take down Pennywise. This movie has a lot of heart. Like, oh my god, like. You know how scary movies, you know, when you're like, yeah, fucking kill you, yeah, kill that fucker, yeah. No, this one, I'm just like, oh, yes, character development. Oh, yeah, that makes me sound kind of a snob, like, oh, he just wants his movie to have character. Yes, okay, fine, yeah, but this movie makes you care about characters. Like, some characters start out this way, like, oh, he's like a little wimp, and now he's like a badass. Oh, this person's shy, but oh, he's come out of his shell. Oh, this person, he never cared much about other people. Oh, he's very, you know, like, oh, like, it doesn't just have like random, like it builds up to that. And all the kids, what I love, they all have their individual things that freak them out, and they go into it. They really delve deep into that. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the kind of shit I want to see. Oh, this thing's going for 6 minutes. I didn't even realize that. Anyways, okay, yeah. If the character I identify the most with, because when you watch this is a movie that when you watch it, you're going to see one of the kids, and then out of like all the group, out of the Losers Club, the group of kids, you're going to be like, that one's me right there. That is totally me. That's why, and I'm watching the movie and I'm picking out like, oh, this person from the movie is this friend that I know. This person from the movie is that guy I know. That's what I love about it. It's like it'll appeal to everyone because all the characters have a distinct personality, and that there's so many characters that you're bound to see yourself within one of them, you know? And I think that's great. I like it when movies can do that. But yeah, personally, I identified myself easily. Like after the like first 7 minutes with this character, I was like, I'm already this guy. Like I get him. Like that's me right there. If I was a boy with glasses, but I'm not. Yeah, which is his name was Richie, and yeah, it made sense. Like his biggest fear was clowns. I was like, hey, like me. Well, at least when I was little. Now that it scared me as much. I do keep an eye out. I'm like, what's this fucker doing? But I was scared of clowns when I was younger. And he was just a talker. He was just yap, which was like, I was like, that's me. Like, I'm usually like the talker of the group. I'm the one that's always like just fucking has to say something about everything. I said it is a scary movie. It's fucking funny because the kids, they just rag on each other like they're fucking animals, just like, you know, me and my friends were at that age, still are. Some shit happened at the theater that I didn't like. I know it's not part of the review. Okay, if you want to hear about my theater experience, just know that this movie is fucking amazing. You're gonna love it. If you want to laugh, watch it. If you want to get scared the fuck out of, watch it. If you want to watch a drama about character development and feelings, watch it. Anyways, there's this big lady next to me, and she I do this. I have the refillable tub and a refillable thing. So, you know, I'm putting my drink down. I'm eating my popcorn, but drink is on the cup holder, and she comes by and her boyfriend, I guess, or her brother, I don't know. He sits down, and I'm like, okay, excuse me. And then, you kind of move your legs back. I was like, yeah. And then, she comes like, excuse me. And I was like, oh shit. And then like her belly's like just rubbing against my knees. And I was like, ah. And, I was like, oh god damn it. Because it was assigned seating. So she was right next to me. I was like, oh my fucking luck. Right. And, first thing she does, I was like, she takes off her shoes. And you know how the chairs, they have spaces? Like there's a chair and then there's that space for the armrest, another space. She wasn't, what she did, she took off her shoes and then she stuck her foot in between the fucking chair spaces in front. And I was like, oh my god. I want to just fucking like get her leg and just like flip her back over the seat. And oh my god, she was sitting there and she's talking to her boyfriend or husband or whatever, like, or whatever, and she looks at me, he's like, what are you drinking? And I was like, Sprite. He's like, can I have some? And I was like, no. I didn't say it like that, but I was like, no. Well, yeah, I basically was like, no. And her boyfriend was like talking to me, like, if you have sugar again, we can't do this anymore. He's like, but I want some. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if she was just trying to be funny or trying to call attention to herself, or if she was just legit like fucking that weird, like asking someone for their drink. Well, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get more videos out. The reason what's stopping me from doing it more, movies are coming out that I want to see. Well, there's a few that I already did about him review because I was lazy as fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Movie Pass. I ordered Movie Pass like a week and a half ago, and I got an email today that I should get it like in a week or two. So when I get that Movie Pass thing, I'm not kidding. As soon as I get that card, you're gonna see a review every 2 days, maybe. They might not be big movies. It might be some indie film or whatever the fuck, but you will be seeing them a lot. But that's like when I get the card, so there's no set time. I have time to make videos now, so whenever I see something, I can, because since I have, days to myself, I don't have to worry about, people screaming across the house if I could do the dishes or something. So yes, that's me, Chester. I already discussed it and how you should go see it and why it's the greatest horror movie this year. I do think it's better than Get Out, but that's just my opinion. Like, this is coming from someone that loves that 1980s ambiance as a backdrop, Like, that's just gonna already win it for me. And all the references to shit I like, like Beetlejuice and, Nightmare on Elm Street. But it's no dick slap to Get Out, because Get Out is an amazing movie. I just love it that much more. The only tiny little grievance was that I wish they just kind of like delved into why the adults were just kind of like weird, like they were off. So yeah, if you follow me, you'll float too.